Hey everyone, welcome to Day Deal on Display. Today we are going to be taking a look at the PureGear DualTek Extreme Shot Case for the Motorola DROID RAZR XT912. Okay, so please keep in mind this is not for the RAZR Max. You are more than welcome to check out the DualTek at any time over at its official website that is located at www.pure-gear.com. And as always, you're also welcome to check it out on our own homepage at www.daydio.com. I am going to go ahead and start off the video by giving you the unofficial measurements for the DualTek case, and here they are in front of us. Please keep in mind that these measurements are merely approximations. They're not meant to be 100% accurate. We just want to give you guys an idea of what to expect when you own the case for your phone. Starting with the weight, it is at a hefty 58 grams. Its length is 138.5 millimeters. Its width, 78.5 millimeters. And finally, its depth, 17.5 millimeters. Hopefully, you find that information useful. Now, the DualTek is actually available in two colors. We have the black with gray in front of us right now in its beautiful retail packaging, and we also have the white with the gray version, which we will be showcasing in just a moment on our Motorola DROID RAZR phone. Of course, that is a dummy phone because it's obviously not moving. All DualTek cases do come with a screen protector kit, which is this in front of us right here. Very basic stuff. You have a small little applicator card, a gray microfiber cleaning cloth that goes along with that, as well as the actual screen protector itself for the DROID RAZR phone. Now, the DualTek is one of those accessories that kind of slipped under the radar, so to speak, because for whatever reason we didn't notice it, and a lot of other people didn't notice it as well. All right, I actually did a search on Google, tried to find other reviews on it, other people's opinions on it, because that's what I like doing before I do my own videos, and it was pretty hard to find anything. I did see a couple reviews for the iPhone 4 version of this, but none for the DROID RAZR, and many stores are actually starting to not stock this item anymore. So I'm not too sure what's going on because it's a pretty good product. So hopefully we will do the DualTek some justice today by putting it in the spotlight, and other people will take a look at it and agree as well that it is something worth mentioning. Now, just to kind of start off by giving you some names, I know the DROID RAZR has been out for quite some time now, and there's a lot of impressive stuff out already for the phone. And if you're still shopping around, or maybe you even already own a case that is like this, I am just going to go ahead and give you guys a couple of other products that you may want to check out as well if you're still on the fence. This is comparative to the Casemate Pop as well as the Casemate Tough case. Okay, so check those out if you like what you see today, but you want other options. And it also is very comparative to the Ballistic SG case, otherwise known as the Ballistic Shell Gel. All right, so try not to talk about those guys too much, but they're very similar in design to this. If you happen to own those cases already and you want an alternative, or maybe you just want to own more than one case, there's nothing wrong with that. Please check this out. It's very similar. And once again, if you're on the fence, I would say that this is probably the most secure of the three. Believe it or not, even better than the Ballistic SG. However, it is the heaviest of the three as well at 58 grams. This is definitely going to add a lot of weight to the DROID RAZR phone, and that may be a huge turnoff for a lot of folks out there. So let's go and move forward and talk about the product in detail. This is the DualTek in front of us right here. This is a tried and true hybrid case. This is not a layered case because you cannot actually remove any of the layers. It's just a hybrid. In other words, it's one frame that's composed of different materials. Speaking of the materials that it's made of, this is a polycarbonate on the outside, and on the interior it's made of a hardened silicone/rubber. They call it a polymer material. In other words, they have no idea what it's made of either on their official description. They called it a rubberized plastic. Whatever it is, it still has some cushion to it, but at the same time, it's pretty rigid and is going to keep your phone nice and safe. Now, on the inside, you'll notice this pitted or core type of design. Okay, OtterBox was kind of the first to pioneer this type of technology, so to speak. And there are two type of theories on this. OtterBox's theory, and I guess the one that they're trying to promote, is that this actually creates pockets of air in those little pits, so that way, if your phone happens to drop inside the case, it actually cushions it, okay, due to the pockets of air. The other theory, which is a little bit more popular and what I actually kind of subscribe to, that was presented from other users, is that they do this type of design simply to keep the weight of the case down. If they filled in all those holes, it would weigh a lot more than 58 grams. So like I said, I think that is the more appropriate theory, and there you go. So that is why the inside looks like that kind of honeycomb effect. Now, there are is something I want to mention at the kind of middle of this video. I usually say start of the video, but this is already 4 minutes in. Is that the micro SD card slot is blocked off. Okay, so if this is a deal breaker for you, thanks for watching already. You're more than welcome to go ahead and check something else out. But you will not have access to that if you put the case on. Okay, it's not that difficult to remove the cover, but if you need access it on the fly, then the PureGear DualTek will not allow you to do so. Instead, what they have is two little grips in place. Okay. And on the other side, you can see the other grip, and that one actually protrudes out. And the idea is that it's just supposed to allow you to hold the case in a more comfortable way, so that way you're not holding it by your fingertips and then have the slip out of your hands, so to speak. Because this is actually glossy, whereas this has that matte finish on the inside, so you can actually feel yourself holding on to it is the best way I can describe it. So enough of me blabbering on. Let's just go and put this on the actual dummy phone itself right now, because I think that's just going to explain things a lot better. Now I do want to mention that once you snap it onto the DROID RAZR, it looks very beautiful, the way that they did the lip on the case for the phone, because you can actually still see the lip on the original DROID RAZR, but the lip on the DualTek going over on top of that. What this kind of means to you is that you're not really losing the full appearance of your phone, okay, other than the extra bulk that's on top of it. You can still see all of the edges, you can still see all of the black bezeled edge area, and this looks exceptionally nice on the phone. Okay, a lot of the cases cover it up. PureGear decided not to do it with their DualTek. I think it's a really cool design. It just makes it look that much more awesome. You're really kind of enhancing the look rather than replacing it or covering it up. Nonetheless, the very thick lip on the DualTek will go ahead and provide a lot of protection. It will allow you to rest your phone on its face without worry, because it's going to be elevated up and away from the surface you're resting it against. Anything that happens to touch the screen, hopefully the screen protector should take care of that. But more importantly, should you happen to drop your phone and it even lands on its face, that nice thick lip that sticks out should hopefully catch the surface that it drops up against first. Moving on to the top, you see a nice large opening for the USB port, as well as I believe the micro HDMI port. There's also a huge opening for the audio jack, which unfortunately is a little bit recessed. Straight connector tips should work just fine. Angled connector tips, I'm not too sure, guys. I would probably recommend using an extender if at all possible. Now you notice these corner edges right here, they actually have these little rubber guards on them. Okay, that actually helps enhance the protection of the case should your phone drop on its corners. And of course, the theory out there is that cases tend to drop and land on their corners rather than on their sides or back and front, etc., stuff like that. But I also want to mention that if you don't like this for whatever reason, you can actually go ahead and remove them. Okay, you can just go and pop them right off. So I would say leave them there, why not? But if you don't like the bulkiness that they add, they do kind of stick out from the rest of the case quite a bit. You're more than welcome to just pop them in. It doesn't really do much. It does expose the corners on your phone, but the other edges will still protrude out where it's not actually touching up against the phone. And you'll see what I mean when you actually have it in your hands. So just showing you those two grips again, not much else to talk on that side. We can see coverings for the power button as well as the volume up and down rocker switch on this side of the DROID RAZR. Moving on to the bottom, not much else to talk about. I guess I'm going to give you a front shot to show you all the sensors, microphone, etc. still exposed. Moving on to the back, we have a large opening for the camera, lens, LED flash, as well as built-in speaker. And that is it, guys, for the PureGear DualTek on the Motorola DROID RAZR. Remember, this is the original RAZR, the XT912 model, not the RAZR Max. Closing thoughts and comments. If you're looking for a heavy-duty hybrid cover, this is a product you definitely should check out. I'm not too sure why it didn't get enough attention, but I hope they do so after this video, because we really like this case. It's very affordable. Its MSRP price is $39.99 US. That's very comparative to the other products that we mentioned, the Ballistic SG, Casemate Tough, and Casemate Pop. Those are all around that area, but this also happens to come with a screen protector as well, which I believe all those other cases do not. So it's a little extra value thrown in there, and the fact that it's available in two colors, white and black, just a really good product overall, and I really hope other people agree. So check it out once more over at the official website. That is www.pure-gear.com, as well as our own site at daydio.com. Follow us on Twitter, Facebook, as well as our YouTube channel. Thanks as always for watching, guys. I love you guys right there who are watching right now. We will see you next video review.